And he had a situation, he got upset, he went to her, the ex. I don't understand who would be comfortable with it.
Yeah. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. This is Sisters and Chats with me, Jade.
And me, Paige.
So you know when everyone talks about soulmates?
Yeah.
Are soulmates a real thing, or is it just something that we say for marketing reasons?
Ooh. First of all, I don't know if they're a real thing. I believe that people can, I feel like there's a feeling.
Okay.
And it's like, oh, this person feels like my soulmate.
Okay.
Yeah, because I don't
so do you believe in soulmates?
Yeah, I would say yeah.
And do you think that soulmates are always, because I started to question this later on, and I've seen that other people's content as such, soulmates are not always romantic connections?
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with that.
Okay, so then does that mean then soulmates are real then?
Yeah.
But they're not as what people say they are to be.
Yeah, because a lot of people make out like you have to have a relationship with them.
Like a romantic connection.
And they're going to be like a romantic connection. But now I think a lot of people are now figuring out that your friends could be your soulmate or someone. Yeah, like anyone can be your soulmate.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be, like you said, have a romantic connection.
Yeah, I agree completely.
Because I feel like there's a lot of people probably put a lot of external pressure on themselves to be like, I need to find like my romantic person. I could find my soulmate. And then they feel like, how can I go through this life and not have a soulmate? And they put that pressure on themselves.
Have you ever done that then? Because it sounds like you have.
No, I actually haven't.
Oh, the way you said that, it sounded like you have done that to yourself in the past. I was thinking,
no.
Girl, have you been sat in your room by yourself, like thinking, where the hell's my soulmate? And da-da-da-da.
No. The only thing I've done that I've kind of reflected is when you go through a breakup and you're like, I'm going to be single for the rest of my life.
Oh, okay,
yes,
yeah.
I've done that.
Oh, we've all done that.
I've not with the soulmate thing.
Yeah, I don't. And I think it's maybe because we don't think that soulmates mean it's a romantic connection. I mean, it can only be a romantic connection.
Exactly.
I think those who believe strongly in soulmates and that being someone that you are in a relationship with, I think they're the ones that are sat there like, damn, I thought you were my soulmate, you're not.
Yeah.
They're the ones who are stressing over it, for sure.
Yeah. I think, I don't know, I think the new term that people probably put strain on is finding your person.
Finding your person.
Finding your person is a new way of saying finding your soulmate.
Yeah.
Yeah. I definitely think that's the new thing.
That is true.
Regardless, guys, don't put pressure on yourself to find either or. It will naturally come to you. That's the main thing.
I agree. But what does even a soulmate actually mean? I don't think I've ever looked into the real meaning of a soulmate.
Yeah, I don't think I have either, but just from what it says, I'm assuming it's something to do with like your souls.
Okay. Like soul ties.
And you were always meant to be. Yeah, I don't know, like you're that connection, like you just feel it within and you're like, it's like that instant click.
Like you
this
knew.
Was supposed to be my person.
In this lifetime.
Yeah. Maybe obviously it's just the feeling.
Oh, so you're my soulmate?
Do you know what? Low-key, I didn't want to say it because I don't know if she didn't think I'm being cringe. I was like, oh, I think you're my soulmate.
I think you're my soulmate too. I won't leave that hanging. So yeah.
That is hilarious. That is literally hilarious. Yeah, no, exactly. And I think that's just like a prime example. You know, like you don't need to be searching high and low and finding like a stranger. It could be literally your sister. Yeah.
Fuck it.
Oh, child. I'm not even gonna say that's cringe because I just done this. So
I know.
it's fine.
So we're on the same cringe level. But I do definitely think that society portrays soulmates as something as a romantic connection. When it's really not. And I think loads of people are not just starting, but people have been, I think of the most recent years, have started to realise it's really not what everyone says it to be. And it can legit be anyone, that being your friend, family members. It could be your pet.
I don't know about your pet.
I think it can be your pet.
Okay, we agree to disagree.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Has anyone ever said to you, like a partner being like, oh, you're my soulmate?
No, I don't think. No, not to my knowledge. I don't think so.
I think my ex used to say to me, you're my soulmate, from pretty much day one. I remember when we started dating, like back in secondary school, and he'd be like, oh, yeah, you're my soulmate, you're my person. And it's crazy to say that loud, but I never felt that way about him.
Yeah.
And like from day dot though. So what the hell was I doing?
Maybe you was just young trying to figure it out, and you was just thinking, oh, it's a bit too much, you know? I'm just going to go with the flow. I like you.
Yeah, I clearly. Because when they would say it to me, even like after like maybe like a couple of years or a few years into the relationship, obviously at the time I loved and cared for them, but I would never say or agree with the soulmate thing.
Soulmate part.
That he would say it to me and I'd be like, aw. That I wouldn't give that back the same energy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Says it all. Because like, my first thing was going to be like, well, guys tend to kind of figure out a lot quicker that this is their person.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that you are my person.
Sorry.
Just saying, don't shoot the messenger. Please don't. Okay.
Okay. Let's give some advice.
Okay.
So, hi.
Hey.
I need advice. My partner is still really close with their ex. They say it's totally platonic, but I feel uncomfortable and a little insecure. How do I bring this up without sounding controlling?
I don't think it's about being controlling. I think it's about respect, personally.
Boundaries.
I think your partner needs to understand that there's a lot of history. You've explored the same level that we are on with someone else, which is fine. But the fact that they're still in your life, it's hard for me to adjust, because 9 times out of 10, it just takes one wrong move, one small conversation for her to say something that would make you feel comfort, and then it can just escalate. And I just feel like you're in a new relationship. Let's keep the past in the past. No one's saying you have to be horrible, but just have boundaries now in place. Respect your new partner. And I think you shouldn't feel like you're being controlling by just stating your emotions, and you're being mature about it. You know, I don't think there's anything wrong with saying you don't feel comfortable with it. Because
there isn't.
I don't understand who would be comfortable with it.
Yeah, and it's not controlling. Like, everyone has their own personal take on things. Some people feel comfortable with certain things, some people don't, and that it all comes down to how you are as a person. And all this stuff is pretty much should be communicated, if not at the beginning, but definitely throughout the relationship. When certain things come to play in picture, you're like, okay, I didn't really like how that went on. I don't really feel comfortable, and that's very, very normal. It's not controlling. You're just stating how you feel in certain situations throughout the relationship. That's how you learn and grow. So I would say, if you have a calm, collective conversation with your partner, then it won't come across within a controlling tone. But it as a situation is not controlling. So set your boundaries.
Yeah, definitely. So I just think it's a very risky situation to like play with. Because I think I was watching a show. I want to say Love is Blind, and he was open about one of his friends was his ex, and the girl was a bit like cautious, but she's like, okay, fine, and she thought, let me just see how this plays out. And then he had a situation. He got upset. He went to her, the ex, and then something happened, and she was like, this is why I was never comfortable with it. And I just think that it's fair, you know. You can still, even regardless if you didn't end bad, you can just love someone from a distance. Like, you don't need to be in contact. Like, just leave it for what it is. If you move on, you have to move on properly. It's just how it is.
I agree.
So, yeah, I don't think you're being controlling. So, like we said, just say it how it is, and just be cool, calm, and collective when you are voicing how you feel.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Go have that conversation.
Well, guys, thanks for tuning in for today's episode. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe to our channel.
And for our audio listeners, can you please give us a follow and leave us a review? Until next time.
Bye,
Bye guys.